Okay, Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid leading 3-0. I have to say as well, I just looked at the outrights to name the finalist. 1.04, can you believe, for a Juventus Real Madrid final? It's pretty much set in stone there. Real Madrid 2.63, Atletico Madrid 2.75, and the draw 3.6. I think it's going to be a close game. Nigel, what are your thoughts on this match?
I watched the first leg, obviously, over here. I went to a bar in here, a Real Madrid bar, and I thought Real Madrid were absolutely unbelievable that night. I think it's the best performance I've seen from them this season, bar none. I don't think they could play that way again, and the complacency might come here into their heads here. They think they might have got the job done. Atletico Madrid are usually the most defensively side around, so when they have to go and get 3 goals, it's very, very hard for them to attack. I actually fancy Atletico Madrid to win this game. I think they'll put in a performance. I think they'll really go out to win this game. They won't qualify, and I just think Real Madrid they've got a massive battle with Barcelona to win the domestic title over here as well. So it's going to be very, very close for them. They've got some big games coming up domestically in the weekend, and I think they might already know. You said there 1-0-4 about them to be, to win it, to be in the final with Juventus. So they've got 1 foot in the final already, and I think Atletico Madrid. They didn't play that bad, but Real Madrid was superb. I don't think they can play that well again. And I think here, Atletico Madrid, I'm going to take Atletico Madrid on the draw no bet outcome, around about even money. I think that's the way I want to go. I really do. They don't usually use this game. It's usually a draw when these two sides play, usually under 2.5 goals. Ronaldo had an absolute sensational game, but I think Atletico Madrid have something to prove here. I think they will win this game, but I still think Real Madrid will go through. So I think Atletico Madrid might win it 1-0, but under 2.5 goals, Atletico Madrid to win this game.
Yeah, and you say as well, obviously, they are a defensive team here, but they know that they've got to score. Do you think we are going to see them change tactics and really open this game up, a sort of a both teams to score over 2.5 goals sort of game?
Well, they have to. They have to go all out for it. But the trouble is that they leave themselves vulnerable at the back. But they are very strong defensively. But I just think that they will. I really. The game could change after 25, 30 minutes. It's the first 25 minutes will determine the game. It could be a match to be watching running and have a bet in running. But I honestly think Atletico Madrid will win this game. I think Real Madrid will go there quite defensive. I would try to hit them on the counter-attack. Ronaldo, the pace of Ronaldo in the first leg was incredible. But I just think Atletico Madrid might nick this, but I don't think they'll qualify.
Yeah, big man, what do you think? Do you agree with Nigel? Do you think we're going to see an open game? Any thoughts on the outright?
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to think we're going to with Atletico Madrid. They're such a good defense team, particularly in the back end, but they were gutted in that first game. I mean, for a defense that we all know, they didn't look anything like that. And I got to say, I'm not a big fan of watching this Atletico team. It's pretty brutal to my eyes. I think for all over here, for most people, they just want to see Ronaldo, and luckily he was involved, but Atletico's not going to help soccer in this country as far as getting people interested in it. They're just a boring side to watch. But, yeah, I mean, look, they should be able to score some goals in this game. They're going to have to go for it. Griezmann, anytime goal scorer at basically even money. I feel like he'll find the back of the net. Both teams to score a goal, pretty low. Minus 155, so around 1.6.
1.6, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not – I got to be honest. This is a tough one for me. I'll obviously be focused on the other game. But, yeah, I really don't have much in this, to be really honest. Maybe Griezmann score any time. I think he's definitely someone as far as a candidate for that. But it's hard for me to bet against Real Madrid. They can really just blow you out quickly. Yeah. So I don't know. Big man.
Yeah. Big man. If they played in the final, say Alex as well as his question. If Real Madrid played Juventus in the final, I've seen the price. I think it'll be a 50-50 match. I think the bookies obviously saying a 50-50, but where would you side in the final? I think Real Madrid should be a lot shorter than that against Juventus in one-off game. I really do.
I think they're the two best teams in the world, probably. Obviously Barcelona is always involved, but I think it's a coin flip, to be honest, Nigel. I mean, you got the defensive, perfect defense against the perfect attacking group. And, I mean, you got to remember, plenty of Real Madrid players rested over the weekend, by the way. But, I think it's a coin flip. It would be very difficult for me. I think it'll really be one where, I don't even know what the price would be. I know, look at the market right now. They're a slight favorite, Real Madrid, over here. But, Juve will be someone that I'll back. I think they're the sharp side. The public side will clearly be Real Madrid. Public will be betting Real Madrid. Great question. I think it's a coin flip.
Yeah, what do you think, Nigel?
Well, I think history suggests that Juventus should be favourites because no team's ever retained the Champions League. But I think if you look for player and the teams that can absolutely go it, I think Real Madrid should be marginal favourites. But like Big Man said there, it's like the best attacking team in the world against the best defensive side. It'll be a dream final.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling that the final, if we do get that final, I think it could be one of the most boring games in the world because I think they could cancel each other out, and I'll be 0-0.
Always the
I'll
optimist
be all
there,
over
Nigel.
0-0. Well, I would be. I think sometimes
glass is always half full with you.
Well, I think sometimes in this kind of you have to think like that, and I'm always whenever it's a 0-0 draw, I usually win money, so I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in that final.
Are you? Listen, now, Alex, obviously you're a big fan of the over 2.5 goals, both teams to score. That's kind of where I'm looking at. I think that Atletico Madrid can open this. What's your thoughts here on the goals market?
Yeah, I'm looking at the over 2.5 goals, but as my last tip, let's say, because I have two other tips coming on before that. Real Madrid have the chance to be the only team to defend their Champions League title, as no team has won 2 consecutive finals till now. So that's important for them also. It will be a record, another record holders for Real Madrid. For Atletico Madrid, Juan Fran, an important key player in the defense, came back from his injury, and 95% he will be in the first 11 for the second leg. I think that the park the bus style that Atletico Madrid normally have it in their matches will get out of the question because they have to push from the beginning and score early in the game if they want to have any chance to go further. Exactly as Nigel said, Real Madrid are deadly on the break. I have a feeling that and plus more than that, Real Madrid rested I think that 7 key players with Granada, and we cannot say the same thing with Atletico Madrid. They couldn't have rested any of them because they had a tough match against Eibar with a short win 1-0. They consolidated the 3rd position. So I'm going with Real Madrid with Drono bet 1.98 and a little stake also on Real Madrid to win at 2.7.
Okay. And what about the goals there? Do you think it's an overs game? Is it something that you'll play in play? What are your thoughts there on the goals?
Yeah.
Do you think also this could be a very, a sort of a first goal in the first sort of 15, 20, 30 minutes kind of game?
Over 2.5 goals in the match, 1.75 is a really good bet from my point of view, because Atletico Madrid are forced to push from the beginning. As we said before, they need an early goal, and I think that Real Madrid can catch them like by the way, statistically talking, Real Madrid scored in their last 60 games in all competitions. So I think that it's impossible for Atletico Madrid to score 4 times and keep a clean sheet. They will concede.
The problem with that, though,
the
problem with Alex, though, is if Real Madrid score early, if they go 1-0 up, for overbackers, you need Atletico Madrid to score, don't you? 1-0, the game could be all over because then Atletico Madrid just know they've got no. So I think it's a I think it's a game to watch in running. I think, if Real Madrid go 1-0 up, I think the game could completely fizzle out to a 1-0 Real Madrid win. But if Atletico Madrid win 1-0, then it could be anything. Then we've really got the game on our hands. So I'm sitting on the fence on the goals because I think it's really hard to determine the first 20 minutes of the match.
Yeah,
I think that we'll goal in the first 30 minutes. I'm 95% convinced about that.
Yeah, and then also actually, Nigel, they're making about in-play betting. We obviously have an in-play betting show that we do half-time Tuesday and Wednesday during the half-time of the match there, so we can see if we could make some additional money going into the second half based on the first half play. Another quick bet I actually want to mention, though, Ronaldo, anytime goal scorer, surely three goals in the last 2 matches. Surely he's got to be a bet. He sort of shines in these competitions. I think this is where he wants to score in such a huge crowd.
The problem with that, Nat, is that if Real Madrid go 1-0 up, with half an hour to go, they might take him off. True. Because they've got some big games coming up. You know, they've got some massive games domestically. So, like, there's a chance that they might, if they go 1-0 up, they're 4 goals up on that group. Why risk them? Why risk them? They're going head to head with Barcelona in the domestic league. Why risk them? So, like, you know, if you're going to take it, and he's going to be a very, very short price. Price is going to be priced up accordingly. So you're going to be betting odds on that he scores in the game or something like that. They got Seville at home.
You can get. Yeah, it's odds on 1.95 Bet365.
Well, they've got to play Seville.
1.91 Ladbrokes. Not bad.
Well, they have to play Seville at the weekend, which is a big game for them. They've got to go to Malaga away in the last day of the season, and they're in form. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 1-0 up. That Zidane rests him, takes him off.
Maybe he's the one that scores the goal, though. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Can you not take that bet? It's just been a winner. You know, I don't know.
Why not just take Griezmann? I mean, they need to score, and they need to score a lot of goals. It's fairly likely that he'll score 1. I mean, that would be the one I would look at. But
yeah,
I hear what you're saying.